Thanks for tuning in. You are listening to Conversations with the Citizen.
This is Conversations with the Citizen. I'm your host, Tia Carol Jones. I am here today with Dr. Cynthia Levy, Superintendent of Markham, Hazel Crest School District 152 and a half.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to the show. That was a mouthful, sorry.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a 20-year veteran educator, 20 plus, so I take some years off, but 20 plus year veteran educator, have been in education since 2002, working with elementary and high school students throughout those 20 years. I started out as a teacher at Finger Academy. I had a mid-year 9th grade class that came in. They did an extra semester of 8th grade, and imagine getting them as 9th graders in January. It was very interesting, to say the least.
So you recently started your role as superintendent on July 1st. How's it going?
It's been busy but exciting, preparing for the new school year, getting teachers ready and acclimated, hiring people, still hiring. Of course, you know, it's a battle now with the teacher shortage in Illinois, just about all across the country, looking for qualified teachers to fill those classrooms to support our students. So we have been busy doing all of those things and making sure that we put the right people in front of our students.
Prior to becoming superintendent, you were the director of teaching and learning. What are some of the ways you are using the insights from that previous position to inform your tenure as superintendent?
So that position is so unique that it gives you a global perspective of a school district. I worked with every kid from kindergarten, pre-K to 8th grade. Special ed, regular ed, kids that needed additional support in areas such as social emotional learning. So I was able to get a global sense of what students need to be successful, what families need and want, and be able to problem solve in the moment. And that really prepared me because it helped me understand really what a school district does for students outside of just being a principal, which is where I started in the district, but actually seeing how change affects families and being able to be that positive force in the life of a student. So those are the things that really prepared me for it. And then when we started to look at the curriculum pieces, it was being able to work side by side with teachers to select the appropriate curriculum for our students. And it also gave teachers agency. So they had a voice in what we were actually doing, how we were going to do it, and they were in that selection process from beginning to end. So they had ownership of these curriculums. So working with them in that capacity also prepared me to be the superintendent because it gave me a better understanding of what teachers need and want.
Why do you think it's important to provide an engaging learning experience?
It's important to provide engaging learning experience for students. For one, it's going to affect their student achievement across the board. It will prepare them for that next grade level. It will open up their minds to being able to critically think. And those are some of the things that right now students are not doing a lot of with AI, and they're looking at video after video, but preparing students to engage in school is going to be the key to changing their outcomes in the future. And we have to prepare them. We lay the foundation as an elementary school district. We lay that foundation for learning beyond elementary school, in college, in high school. We create that situation for students to be able to be successful after they leave us. So engaging students in learning is gonna have an impact on their long range on their life and being prepared for the future. No matter whether they decide to go to college, or if they decide to be an entrepreneur, or if they decide to be an apprentice, it does not matter what walk of life they plan to do, engaging them in learning is going to affect their futures.
How are you preparing the teachers in the district for the upcoming school year?
We are actually doing about 8 days of professional development starting on July 30th. Our teachers will be immersed in all of our curriculums. So we will do all of our 4 core, which is our math, science, English, and social studies. We will have professional development in that area. In addition to that, we'll be doing culturally responsive teaching. We'll be preparing them with SEL, which is social emotional learning, and giving them some tools for their toolkit to work with those students that come to us that do have social emotional learning deficits, and preparing them to be to meet those students where they are and take them where they need to be. So we have it's really a long professional development, and it's a span over 8 days. Teachers have opportunities to select the strands that they want to go to, and it leads right up to the beginning of the school year, and they will be prepared to receive students in the classroom on August 12th.
We spoke a couple of months ago, and you told me that you have a heart for children. Where does that come from, and what is your hope for the school year when it comes to the kids in the district?
So, when I say I have a heart for children, I was that kid that was the outlier. I was that one that people would see but not see. So having a heart for people, and I'm a people watcher too. So I see people for who they are and where they are, and it is always that person that people don't notice is the one that I notice.
Okay.
And having that heart for kids, because a lot of students will not tell you that something is wrong. They will show you in their behavior that something is wrong, whether it is being the loudest voice in the room, the most disruptive, or the quietest person in the room. And it is those children that we tend to miss and say, hey, what's going on? And that heart, that's where that heart came from. And I've always wanted to be a teacher. I was the teacher when I was a kid. No, you have to sit in my classroom and do what I say do, even though the lessons were not the best, but we played school and I was the teacher. So it was always in me to be a teacher, and my passion was to make sure the kids had a different learning experience than I had. And that's why I have a heart for kids. And in addition to that, my goal for this year is for us to be the one. Be the one that makes a positive difference in the life of a child. Be the one that makes a positive difference in the classroom when you're teaching, making sure that you are reaching students, even the ones that don't say that they don't know, that you know that they don't know, and you're being the one to reach out to them even though they won't come to you for that. Being that one that stands up and says, I am a champion for children. That's what the goal is to be the one. And my message to my staff on August 8th, we have our first Institute Day, will to be the one. Will you be the one? Because we have to show up for our children. They are our future. And these are kids that when we are senior citizens and beyond, they will be the ones that are the nurses and the doctors and the healthcare professionals and the people that work in the restaurant or even home health care that will be supporting us, and we have to prepare them for their futures.
Where can people go to find out more about Markham Hazel Crest School District 152 and a half?
They can go to our district website, which is sd1525.org. All about our district is there. If they want to know more about the city of Markham, they can go to thecityofmarkham.org and thevillageofhazelcrest.org. They both have very robust websites and newsletters that will tell you all about the ins and outs of Markham and Hazel Crest. And both mayors are very open and receiving of new community members, as we are in Hazel Crest School District 152 and a half.
Before we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like our audience to know?
I would like to just really share the importance, and I really hope that parents know that school is so important. it's so important for you to get your child to school on time. When they're late, they miss out. And we really want them to be there on time. It doesn't matter what school district you're sending your child to, make sure that they're there on time, because when they miss 30 minutes of a lesson, they are 30 minutes behind, and those 30 minutes add up over a school year, over a week. So we have to be prepared as parents in making sure that we advocate for our children and push forward for our kids, and teachers have to be open to receiving kids where they are to take them where they need to be.
And just for the parents, what day is the first day of school and what time does school start?
School starts August 12th, and kids are to be at school at 8 a.m. And if they want breakfast starts at 7:30.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Remember to tune in next week for Conversations with the Citizen, the place where real news can be